Hello, and welcome back to Moving with Meredith. Today's class is a short tutorial video on how to perform wheel pose or chakrasana. Now this is one of my favorite poses, however it can be quite challenging for beginners and often people do it incorrectly. So let's start by explaining a few tips and tricks of how to perform this pose correctly. So you're going to want to take a pillow or something soft like a cushion. It can also be another yoga mat. And then find a surface that's perfect for you so that way you don't slip on your hands and feet. Come into a supine position by slowly rolling through the spine and laying all the way down. Make sure the spine is straight and the cushion is supporting the back of your head and slightly supporting your shoulders. So finding the right position, here is a common mistake that most people do. They have their hands too wide instead of a nice and parallel position underneath the shoulder blades. So pointing the fingertips towards the butt. And then another mistake is often people are too wide with their legs. So make sure your legs are nice and parallel. Good. From here, most people directly try and push up into a full wheel. Now that is very difficult if you've never done it before. So take your head, the very top of your head, and place it on the cushion. Feel what it's like to press both into your hands and feet and stay here if you'd like. Eventually, try and push with the bottom of your legs, reaching with the hands and pushing. If you're too far back with your weight, it'll be very hard to keep your hands flat on the floor. And also try not to splay out in the knees or the feet. So feet are parallel, you're pushing into the front of those hands and really arching the back as you push. To come down, gently touch the head to the bottom of the cushion, tuck the chin, and then roll all the way down. Another important tip is to make sure that we do bridge pose before we do any back bending. So bridge is the essential pose right before any back bends. So what we'll do is we'll take our hands nice and parallel, our spine is nice and long, and then make sure that your feet aren't too far out, but they're nice and parallel to the rest of the body. From here, you'll go ahead and make sure your belly button is to the back of your spine and roll up nice and slowly up to the bridge, holding it, and then exhaling as you come down. So inhale up. Make sure you're not splaying out in those knees. Nice and parallel, and then rolling back down. Inhale, bridge. Exhale, bridge. You can do this as many times as you like, and you can even hold it. So by grabbing the fingertips, rolling the shoulder blades under a little bit, and staying as you breathe, opening the shoulders, the back, and the entire spine. From here, slowly roll down, and then you should be ready to engage in your wheel pose. Now that we have the correct body alignment, we'll do one last tip, and then we'll go into our final wheel pose. So taking the arms directly underneath the shoulder blades, making sure our elbows are parallel, our feet and knees are parallel, and we're ready to push up halfway. So from here, we exhale as we push up, taking the head on the cushion, and then we'll do a little drill by pushing up and down just with the arms. So pushing and back down. You can do this as many times as you like until you're strong enough to push all the way up. So reaching, pushing first with the pelvis up and then into those palms, really extending, lengthening through the legs and the arms, creating that beautiful arch. To come out, tuck the chin and slowly roll down into a mini shavasana.